Keep it up. Good evening and welcome to SLR Season 11. We are here at Tier 2. Apologies, I forgot to change the commentators' names there, but it is Kebab on the mic with Fedavara. Good evening, Fedavara. It's great to have you back.
Yeah, good evening to everyone. And let's look at this at the grid, and we've got plenty of fast drivers. And yeah, ready Season 11. Don't you feel old, Kebab?
I feel old every day, mate. Every day. The aches and pains and joints, that creak and crack every time I move, they're what make me feel old, not another. But yeah, we're looking forward to another exciting season. Tier 2 last season was a tight run affair, but Meepo came out the winner. He is no longer a full-time driver here in Tier 2 this season, but we have a great lineup. We've got Joel and Larson in the Mercedes, Kyriakidis and Babulas in the Red Bull, Lepson and Wesley, the Dutch duo in the Ferrari. Very jealous of that. Heaton Cangrejo, who is not here today for whatever reason, he just hasn't showed up, in the McLaren, and Samim and AR Gamer in the Aston Martin. Big things expected there. And we've also got Eagle Ghost Wamu in the Alpine, Grazy Joss and Basco in the Alfa Romeos. Interesting to see how those guys do. I haven't seen much of those in the last few seasons. Silva and Vietje in the Alfa Tauri, Dyson Tunari in the Williams. Dice, I believe, is not here this evening. He can't make it. And finally, Matt and Smelto in the Haas, which should be a fantastic team there as well. We've also got an exciting calendar coming up, with Australia being the first one. Here we are today in Albert Park at Melbourne, and we've got drivers out on the grid already. And
yeah, and also what time you're expecting to see for quali?
I imagine maybe one or two people might just touch on at the 16s, but we're probably more likely to see low 17s at Albert Park today. But yeah, looking forward to a very exciting season. But let's get on with the live stuff and see if we can find out who's going to be crossing the line first. Looks like it's going to be an Aston.
Yeah, Samim. It's going to be Samim. Yep. So, approaching Destroyer now.
I mean, he hasn't validated his outlap, but that won't matter. It will go green as he crosses the line. And yeah, good things, big things expected from Samim this season. Not to put any pressure or curse the man, but he's been very, very quick in practice this week, and he looks very tidy through turn 1 there, you've got to say. This comes down now to turn 3, I think this is, this hard braking zone into this very technical sector. You've got to be careful with the curbs here at Albert Park, as always. They are absolutely deadly, but he's smooth so far. Looking to set a banker, dipping a wheel into the grass there on the outside of turn, I think that's 6. And yeah, now lots of changes here as well to Albert Park for this year. We haven't been here for a while in real life because of COVID and other things, but lots of changes to the track. They've made it supposedly better for racing, but honestly I don't really see much of a difference in terms of overtaking. Still a very difficult track to overtake at. Your pretty much only opportunity is down the main pit straight and the second DRS straight after turns 1 and 2. But round into the final sector comes Samim. He's going to be the first to set a time, and we'll get a mark down to see what other people have to beat. Behind him is a Ferrari. I believe that's going to be Wesley, maybe. But we'll see what Samim does as he crosses the line. It's a 17.7. Not bad at all. No, it is in fact Lepson who's going to be the next to cross the line. Who's an 18.9, showing you the gap there. Big gap, more than a second there to Samim. We've got then an Alfa Tauri of Basco coming across the line. He's an 18.6. So seeing already.
And let's see also your gamer now. Samim teammate, and yeah, 17.8, just one tenth of Samim.
Certainly is, yeah. And then we've got Heat coming around the final corner there as well. We've got a couple of people diving back into the pits there, who maybe have invalidated, just want to get out another run kind of thing, but times are coming in thick and fast now. And 17s seems to be the order of the day. 17.7 is the one to beat Tonari, gets up to P2 with a 17.74. And
We got Futuristic now in the last final corner. Oh, and Tonari, by the way, 17.7, just a little bit behind Samim, and Futuristic with 18.9. But yeah, as you said, this track is very difficult to overtake. That's why it's very important to set a good quality here. And also speaking about the strategy, I think hard medium or medium hard, unless we got any safety cars.
Certainly is, yeah. But we've certainly got a lot of quick drivers who can definitely challenge here as well. And as we can see here, I was seeing it certainly early on in the bankers anyway, there seems to be a bit of a big difference between pace and between certain drivers. So Samim and Tonari and AR Gamer seem to be head and shoulders above everybody else. Larson also with a very, very decent time with an 18.3.
And now Joel, by the way, is on a lap where I'm expecting to see him doing great things this season. I know he's capable of. Maybe sometimes just lack of consistency, but he's very fast driver as well. Sector 2 44.7. Also here, very easy to go to the cross and spin and win your race.
He's invalidated it there as well. Just going a little bit wide there in that fast chicane. It's a very, very tricky corner that. You've got to say it's a bit RNG on the curbs as well. And you've got to take a lot of inside curb on the second half of that chicane in order to maximise your time. But an early invalidation for Joel there. He's going to finish the lap for some reason. I'm not sure why he would bother. Just wait.
I think just to warm up, maybe. Because he got the time to do other 2 runs.
Certainly, yeah, but I mean, if you go in now, maybe you'll get a 4th run in there. It's quite a short track, this one, below 120s. It's certainly possible to get a 4th run in there, especially if you invalidate a couple and end up going back to the pits. But looks as though we've got Wamu. I think Wamu's on an in-lap. He's got no ERS at the moment. But it's good to have him back. He's had some health issues, the man, and it's great to have him back after he's gotten over a few of those. We are hearing in chat as well that we are going to have a dry session. I'm sure a lot of people are very happy about that as well. But yeah, we've got a number of guys here who could challenge for this top spot as well. I mean, predictions early on then, chat. Who do you think is going to get pole to start with?
And also here we go with Matt with Haas, which is on the outlap as well. I think it's the last one for first run, going for an outlap.
He's on a lap at the moment. He's using a lot of ERS around here, and he's got a purple sector 1. So Matt has been quick in practice as well.
Yeah, 44.6. That's a good second sector, I think.
Oh, that's invalid. That is invalid. And the chicane again. And that's the second time he's invalidated a lap, I think, because he has already been out once. And he came in early. So I think things not going his way so far in qualifying. He needs to get things together sooner rather than later, really, because obviously you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah, and as you can see, many people are invalidated their first run. And that's a thing that you really don't like, because as the people did, the people that set the time, they put a bank marker, they just maybe back off a little bit, but they don't invalidate to get a benchmark, and which is a very good thing to do.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, you need to get that time in, because obviously there's a few people who may not ever get a time in if they invalidate them all. But we are seeing some more times coming in. Silver has managed to do a 19.1. Not bad from him. You certainly get into the 18s, I believe, if he pushes the next one. But let's see who else we've got. We've got Vietje at the back, who's coming down the back straight now. Let's see what kind of time he can put in. It's a 19.5.
Yeah, and there's also now approaching for a second hot lap for him.
Certainly is, yeah. So let's follow on board with him there. He's done well in turns 1 and 2, taking a lot of curb on the inside of the first one, and then coming down now to turn 3, where you brake just before that black board on the left-hand side. You've got to get a little bit closer to the apex there, but that's not too bad. You've got to just carry the speed around this one, just not lift from the throttle, and then this one can be flat if you get it right, but a little lift is also a thing. This is one of the corners that has changed. It's more open, much quicker than it was before. Got to carry a lot more speed and get on the throttle a lot earlier than you used to. And then this sector here, there used to be a chicane here, but it's gone, and it's now just a flat-out race to the fast chicane, which makes for some interesting racing because people will fight up to this chicane, but you cannot go too wide through the chicane. He's gone a bit wrong there, yeah, in the first sector of that chicane, but maybe he's still on for a decent time. He's come down now to the last change on the course, which is this right-hander here. It's a bit more open now, but a bit easier to overtake there maybe, but at the same time still can't go too wide there. It's very difficult to do so. Final sector now, all the same this, as Samim gets down at the gear 2. He's using very low gears there for that one, but he is down around the final corner then, and down the back straight. Is he going to improve? He is going to do a 16.5, and that is the fastest lap so far. Let's see if Tonari behind is going to start a lap here. Let's follow on board with him and see what his lap looks like. If you want to
yes, Samim driving, I think he has much more time to gain. I think Eli's driver was a little bit nervous, I would say. Oh, and Tonari just invited his lap on the first corner.
That was very, very harsh, that as well. That seemed very tight.
But we got now AR on the third corner, and here you can see much better than Samim, but here a little bit wide, and also here you need to stay a little bit cautious, otherwise you might spin. If you hit the
qualifying, you should be able to take that right-hander there flat, but it is tricky to do. Yeah, you've got to get it perfect.
Oh, and now look at...
You've got to get a toe now off Samim as well. So
yeah, teamwork here.
Sorry, the Aston Martin boys working together well, and gets out the way well as well. And that's a purple sector 2 for AR Gamer. Is this going to hand him pole over his teammate? His teammate obviously probably got another run left in them, as we'll follow all the way now with AR Gamer as he gets a very good line there through that final changed corner. Using all the track here. Beautifully done. And got to be carrying a lot of minimum speed here through these last two corners. Get early on the throttle. Let's see. This looks like a good lap so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see what he's going to do. It's going to be an 17.3 with the toe as well. So you imagine that can be beat as well. So let's have a look as Joel comes around the final corner as well. He's on a lap and is about to set his first time. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 17.7. So he's up there, but not quite there. Larson behind him set a 17.6. So the Mercedes boys looking very strong in the early stages.
It's like Aston and Mercedes are going to be fighting for a championship. Of course, it's just the first race, but as it looks.
We have Matt on with a lap at the moment. We will listen to the man himself, Mr. Tipsy Bob, and follow on board. He is at the end of his lap. Apologise that we've missed it. But he is coming on the final corner now with a fully valid lap so far. He just used all of the track on the exit there, which maybe costs him a tenth or so. But he finishes with an 18.4. Disappointing. He's got not a lot of time to get back in and back out again. And he can definitely do better than that. So you'll be disappointed with that. He needs to kind of hurry his self up, get back round and get back in so he can get back out for another one. 6 minutes left on the clock. I'm sure he's got time to do that. He can definitely do 17s. But at the moment, 17.4. He's the best of the rest. Mr. Babulas, I believe that is Mr. G. Dallas. Or Dallas, as you would say in Greek. But
yeah, G. Dallas, yeah.
Is doing very well up there in P7 at the moment. Not bad, but I get the feeling that a lot of these guys here have got more time in there. Mr. Kyriakides with a 121.2, not his best lap. Tipsy Bob as well, pretty sure he can do an 18.1 or so. That would put him up into P6 or so, but he's staying in the pits. I'm wondering if he's just wanting to start from the back and take his time in the race.
To be honest, I feel like Samim is one of those guys which is not really satisfied with his lap. Because I think he has some margin to improve.
I've seen Samim definitely do a 17.3 in practice, but that was also with no track limits there, so it's possible that he may not be able to do it. 4.5 minutes left on the clock now, and that's Silva around, and he's lost his front wing. That's he'll probably just have about just enough time to get back to the pits and back around again. Because he is at the very end of his lap.
Virtue just retired.
Virtue,
Did he
yeah.
crash? Oh yeah, he crashed. Oh, and Silver as well. Oh, in the last corner, Silver.
Silver's gone into the pit wall as he was coming into the pits.
I don't know what's
He's
happened.
binned it in the pit wall there as well.
Oh.
So, ooh, yeah, okay. We'll leave that one. Leave that one. Less said about that one, the better. But we've got Wesley on a lap at the moment. We'll try and follow on board with as many different people as possible. We've got Heat out there as well at the moment. I think he's on an invalidated lap. So it'll be Wesley will be the next to set a time of any description. And yeah, around the final corner he comes. So if you want to follow on board with him here. And if you want to take us around a lap of Albert Park, another one.
Yeah, sure. So here we go on probably the only story where you can overtake, and here just on the 50-meter board you brake a little bit later, and here it took it nicely. You need to be smooth on the steering wheel, just not turn it too much to not have any understeer. And here we go in turn 3. He took a little bit the apex, which is absolutely fine, and also here easy to spin or easy to take the curve, but he did well. So I think that's actually a good first sector for Wesley, which is a 27.2, maybe a little bit far from AR Gamers Sector 1. And here, as you say, the change of the new layout, just full on the straight, approaching the fast chicane. Let's see, second sector, 45.0, which is not that bad. And as you can see, here you can cut a little bit actually, but he didn't do it to not get any invitation. And here just brake on the 50-meter board. And also here on the fast right-hander, which is one of my favorite corners to be fair. And in penultimate corner, a little bit of a lock up for him, and now on the final straight, it should be a pretty clean lap for Wesley. Yeah, 18.6.
Yeah,
7-7.
Big
so,
improvement there for him. And
for him. Ooh, and he got a little bit of collision with. Oh, and Tunari retired.
Oh, Tonari gets punted into the wall. That was Tonari. He hit the back of Tonari and punted him into the wall. And that is. Ooh, that is not good.
No, it's not. That was. Oh, look at hit. Just look at.
Wesley gets out of the way in the end there, so he has managed to get himself up to P6 with a very decent lap with an 18.3 there. Got Larson currently, they're going to be the first of the front runners by the looks of things to set.
Oh, and also we got Eagle now in penultimate corner, which is improving 1/10.5 on the second sector. So let's see where it's going to come up. 17, 18, yeah, P11 for him. So a nice improvement. And also Tipsy.
For him there, yeah. So it was definitely do or die for him. Tipsy is out on track, but,
but
not on a lap at the moment. We've got Larson at the moment who's on a lap.
We've got Samim as well.
But yeah, we'll follow on with the front runners now to see who's going to attack pole. We've still got AR Gamer to go, but Larson is going to be the first to cross the line out of the top 5. Heat will be very disappointed that he's been punted into the wall.
Yeah, Samim for second looking much better.
A purple sector for Larson in the first sector as well, so he's looking good so far and tidy, so he'll be looking to improve big time here. So he's going to cross the line first. It's going to be Samim second, and then behind that I think is purple sector again for Larson, so he's 1.5 tenths up. He keeps it valid through the chicane as well, and 1.5 tenths means that he could well be on for pole here. Larson proving absolutely rapid here in Albert Park. He's got a couple more corners to go. He needs to keep it together, keep it calm, and gets a bit slidey there on the curbs at the exit there. That maybe cost him a little bit of time, but maybe he's got more time in the bank. Oh, he's lost it, and he's binned it into the wall. No. Samim coming around after him is maybe going to have to dodge him, but he goes to the perfect time. Samim now in prime position to get pole. Larson just pushing a little bit too hard there. Gets a 17.499.
Oh no, and now we got AR Gamer, which always improving 1/10 first proper sector, and he didn't get any track limits here, which is pretty weird. But let's see now. Let's see how much he gained by the toe from his teammate on the previous lap.
I imagine he's probably got a 17.4 or something like that in him anyway, even without the toe.
Yeah, he's probably 29 milliseconds. So, yeah, just to see how much he gained by the toe.
Yeah, he's
And
looking
also
good.
Joel
Keep
not
onto
improving
pole.
the first sector.
Yeah, Joel not on at the moment for a pole position. He needs to find a good 3-4 tenths in the last two sectors. AR Gamer, though, as he comes down at the penultimate corner, carrying a lot of speed there. Tipsy Bob is retired, setting a 2-minute time, so he wants to start from the back. AR Gamer, though, looks to be odds on for pole here, and it looks like he's going to improve, is he? Yes, it's 17
Ooh,
flat,
wow.
3 tenths he gained there.
But let's see
Joel
now Joel, because he
in the
did a
final
very good
corner.
third sector.
I think he's got a long way to go to be able to catch AR Gamer, but maybe he can catch Larson and his teammate and maybe put some pressure onto... Yeah, 17.4. He takes P2 away from Samim. Fantastic qualifying there from Joel in the end. Gets himself onto the front row of the grid. But he has his teammate Larson up there as well. So it's Aston Martin and Mercedes who seem to be fighting it out for the top positions. Tonari may have been in there in the mix, but... has been punted off in turn 1 and 2 as he came out of the pits. He maybe regrets putting his car in front of Wesley's, but maybe could have held back there. But interesting qualifying there. AR Gamer comes out strongly on pole by 4 tenths, a big gap there, and a great lap from AR Gamer. You've got to say he's been grinding a lot this week. But Tonari will be disappointed, but he managed to get P5 anyway without his fastest lap. But maybe he could have gone a 17.5 or 4 or something like that as well. It's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, I was looking at the AR sectors, and it really made a difference on the third one. He gained like 3 tenths, which is quite a lot. But yeah, Joel splitting the Aston, and then his teammate Larson in 4th position. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see also if something with the strategies estimate something's going to happen. But yeah, we got AR taking the first fall of season 11 in tier 2.
Certainly is, yeah. And he's got a lot more experience under his belt these days, but it is going to be a bit of a DRS train, I imagine, for the first few corners. But hopefully everybody knows by now that you can't win the race in turn 1. You can definitely lose it, though. So hopefully everybody gets through there in a nice, orderly fashion, and we get no early safety cars.
And also formation lap should be off, right?
Formation lap will be off. We'll be heading straight into the race. Please, as Danny Cole says there, don't forget to like and subscribe on the video. I cannot seem to do that at the moment on my screen, but yeah, we shall definitely get that in at some point. But we're going to be straight into the start of the race from the word get-go. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5... And away we go at Albert Park, and we're off for the season opener. And it looks like AR Gamer's got a very good start. So did Samim. Samim has got the jump on Joel. Joel is dropping like a fly. He's lost out to Matt as well. It's an Aston Martin 1-2 going through turns 1 and 2. And Joel loses another position to Tonari. It's a very bad start for Joel. But fantastic, a nice clean opening for the most part. And it looks like we've got some battles going on in the background there. Some side-by-sides as the Haas. And, we've got a Mercedes that's gone round. That is Larson has gone round. He's been tagged.
No.
Not sure what's happened there, but that is disaster for him. And unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. Tonari has managed to gain a couple of positions at the start there. Matt's got into P3. Terrific start for him as well. And not a bad start altogether. Let's have a look at the tyres situation as things calm down for the start. Everybody's gone for mediums with the exception of AR Gamer and Tonari, who've gone for hards in the front 10. We've got Wesley on hards, Tipsy Bob and Larson also on hards as well. We've got Dallas making a move there on Wesley before the chicane, and it looks like there's a ding-dong battle between those two there. The Ferrari not giving it up. The Ferrari of Wesley looks like he's not going to go for it at the moment. So I apologise. We've got a Red Bull. Oh, Wesley is very sideways there. Spun it.
Oh, Wesley. Spun.
Certainly did. I was on board with him at the time as well. But it's an interesting choice.
Oh,
Tipsy Bob is DNF'd. What's gone on there? Tipsy Bob out of the race.
Is it going to be a safety? Oh, yeah, safety car.
I think that's a full course safety car. I see a yellow car coming out of the pits. That is a full course safety car for DNF from Tipsy Bob, who's gone into the wall out of turn 12. And yeah, I can't imagine how he's done that. I'm wondering if maybe there was contact with somebody there. It's not a really obvious place to spin, but you can definitely spin there, especially if you get too far over on the curb, which is very easy to do with a full fuel car. but that is
Probably
a
just
lap 1 safety car. It looks like it is going to be, yeah, it's a full course safety car. Samim has gained the lead over AR Gamer, who started on the hards, which you would expect. And these guys will be working together. They'll be in VC together. They'll be working hard together as well at this stage of the season. They'll probably not be fighting each other. And yeah, those medium tyres. I don't think this is going to help anybody really in terms of strategy. I think this is probably
no, it's just the
going to be
first lap,
a
so yeah.
restart as is. But let's have a look at the big winners and losers really and see what's happened there. So biggest winner so far is Sensei Wamu, who's managed to gain 5 positions, and Larson is the biggest loser, who lost 12, getting spun around there. I think it was in turns 3 and 4, somewhere between them two, that he got spun around. I don't know if that was on his own or with somebody else, but it was so much action going on there in that first corner. Eagle Goes and Lepson also gaining big positions. Vietia as well has gained 3, but I imagine that we're going to have just the 1 lap under the safety car. It'll be this lap. Once they pick up the safety car, it'll probably come in immediately. So it almost begs the question, why the hell did we have a safety car in the first place? It probably should have been a VSC.
Yeah, I agree with you, but also, speaking about tipsy, Bob, when you crash onto a corner, it's because you've probably carried too much speed into the entry, and basically the car lacks off a lateral grip. So yeah, I feel that happened, or maybe he has hit the curb on the right. But yeah, that's pretty sad to see him just retiring on the first lap. But yeah, already a safety car, and also Joel. He got Prix by start, from P2 down to P5. And now, yeah, the Astons are very good position with AR Gamer on hard. Second place. He lost just 1 position, but he's also with a harder compound compared to Samim.
2 people have gone into the pits. Larson is one of them, and Wamu as well. I imagine that's probably because they had wing damage of some description and needed to get that done. But they'll probably catch up, and it will be safety car in this lap and back to racing. Tipsy Bob says in chat he was trying to avoid all of the madness at the back and ended up in the wall. So I imagine it was his own fault. Maybe got a bit too wide on that curb, and
yeah, maybe, yeah. But also, yeah, random start from Mercedes boys.
Yeah, it's gone to pot for the Mercedes boys, but Aston Martin looking very strong at the moment, and they've got different strategies on the go as well, which is going to mean
safety car in this lap.
Big differences there. So yeah, big backup here from Samim, and he's got his teammate behind him, and he's on older tyres, so he's pretty much clear for the guys behind. He just needs to get a good, clean restart, no shenanigans. And AR Gamer should be able to defend for him from Matt, but AR Gamer will be disappointed if Matt gets him. It looks like
Samim already going for it.
As well.
That was very good start.
He's got a very good restart there, even getting the jump on his teammate as well, who you imagine would know that when he was going to go. Joel has managed to get being caught napping again at the restart as well as the start, and he's already out of DRS range of Tunari, and will really need to kind of close that gap a bit in order to do it. But Samim has already lost quite a bit of ERS there on that restart. He's looking to create a gap, and he already has created that gap. He's 1 second away from his teammate. He's going to leave his teammate in the dust, and that's going to leave his teammate fighting Matt on worse tyres. So he does not want to let Matt past AR Gamer. He's got to defend it for his life. We've got Futuristics off now as well. He's dead and in the wall, and that is out of turn 5 there. Don't know what happened there. We were not following on board there with that, but I don't think it is going to be another safety car. It's just a yellow flag in that sector. And it looks like Heat is going to go for a move on Basco, and he gets it done as well. Well before the chicane. Lovely move there from Heat, making his way through the crowd. And needs to just keep things calm.
And now he's very, very close to AR Gamer. So I think maybe in the next lap he's going to overtake him probably pretty easily. But also we got Tunari, which is on Earth, but he's keeping a very good pace. Consider the tire advantage that Matt has.
I mean, all he needs to do is stay with Matt and stay in this the runnings here, and he's doing very well for himself. But Samim needs to create a gap now. Gets the fastest lap of the race with 21.9, which is very rapid, you've got to say, for this stage of the race, 21s. And yeah, looking good so far. Looks like Eagle Ghost on Lepson. Not going to happen. But yeah, we're going to have a DRS train now.
Dallas
from the session.
Dallas, I think. Yeah, first corner. So we got three laps of race. Oh, and that's a safety car.
I think it's
Oh
just a
no,
VSC. It's a
VSC,
VSC.
yeah.
5-second penalty for Wesley for colliding with his Dutch compatriot Vietje.
Wow.
Imagine there now as the safety car is out. The full safety car is out again, and we're 5 laps in, and we've got 2 safety cars, boys. We need to.
Yeah, we've got like 3 laps of racing and 3 DNFs.
There's another full course safety car. I wonder if we need to maybe put it on reduced for this track, but it seems to be coming out at a whim. On a whim here, but we're probably going to have just the 1 lap again. I wonder if people are going to.
Yeah, hopefully someone will just finish the race. But yeah, we got also Joe, who was recovering after a few bad laps for him, considering also the safety car restart. But yeah, now Samim has to gain some tenths again to AR Gamer. Just get a little bit of gap. But yeah, 1.1 second already, so AR is not gonna get any DRS from him.
Full course safety car now again, so we're probably going to have a full reset again. We've got a few people
Oh yeah,
in the pits. This is the first to go into the pits. So I imagine he maybe needs a wing change of some description. Let's have a look and see if he does. He's not changing his wings. He's going to the hards, which I do not believe the hards will go to the end from here. Do not believe they will. Wesley is back in the pits. I imagine he needed a wing change after. Yes, he has a wing there ready. He's serving his penalty as well, which will be good news for him that he can do that after hitting Vietje under the safety car. And yeah, what an interesting start. This always happens, I suppose. This is, like I've been commentating for a while now on SLR, and the first race of the season is always a little bit of chaos kind of thing, as people have been a bit getting rusty in the brake and not practicing and things like that kind of thing. So.
By the way, speaking about the strategy, do you think like mediums runner will stretch their stint or just as normal?
I mean, the mediums go around 12 laps or so, with no safety cars. With 2 safety cars, you can maybe get them at lap 14 or something like that. Yeah, it remains to be seen. I mean, the strategy at this stage, you can't imagine that. I mean, I think everybody who's just stayed out from the start, like that's what you would probably do at this stage. There's no need to pit at this early stage and. Sound low. So Babula says I sound low as well, so I'm just gonna fix that a little bit. Turn myself.
Yeah, probably like that's the situation is worse for the hard runners.
Yeah. No safety car in this lap because we've got Wesley still waiting to catch up to the pack, and yeah, hopefully that's a little bit better there, Babulas.
Oh, Eagle just pitting right now.
Oh, Eagle goes pitting as well. I'm wondering why that is. I imagine. He needs
the 23 laps with a heart. I think it's pretty difficult, but you can do it probably.
I mean, the tyre wear around this track is very, very high, and the hards go about 16 to 18 laps, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, chap, but I'm pretty sure they don't last 20 laps, and maybe you can't get them there, though. I mean, I've seen that happen in plenty of other situations, and if there's more safety cars. As Samim lagged a bit there and ended up ghosting through the safety car for a second on my screen. Not sure if anybody else saw that, but we'll have safety car in this lap, and Hearts can't go all the way now, says Babulas. I think they're going to be slow though. That's the other side of that as well, and I think there will be the slower tyre from now till the end. The mediums are still going to be quicker at this stage of the race.
Also because they're much harder to warm up, at least. For safety car restarts, so yeah, I think Kyrgyz and Eagle are gonna struggle for the first few laps, but then they should catch pretty quickly. The medium runners, I think.
I think the problem that they're really gonna have is when the pit stop sector comes in and everybody else goes in. They're gonna overtake a lot of people under the pits. In the pits, but the guys coming out of the pits are going to be on the quicker tyre for the rest of the race. They're on the quicker tyre now, they're going to be in the quicker tyre for the rest of the race as well. But we're going to have another restart here as Samim is going to get us underway. I'm wondering whether or not he's going to be talking to AR Gamer and say, you know, when he's going to go so that he can help AR Gamer defend.
Not sure about that, who knows?
But yeah, more green flag racing for the time being then. Let's see how long we'll get this time before another safety car. We are
Hopefully it's gonna be 2 laps long. Long
yeah,
race.
fingers crossed we can actually see some racing. But yeah, Samim looks as though he's gone in the same place again. He's gone just before the final corner, and he gets another good getaway. And it looks like he's caught AR Gamer napping. He is gaining time. AR Gamer is boosting to keep up. And yeah, nice, safe restart from the front. And looks like we've got very little action all the way down the grid. As get a nice camera angle there. We are going to see some penalties start to creep in for people as well. It is a very penalty-heavy track, is Albert Park. And
yeah, first corner. And also the fast chicane.
Every corner, to be fair, every corner. Like there's lots of them that you can go a little bit wide at, especially the exits as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, not bad restart there. He's already created the gap again. Has Samim yeah,
but he's using a lot of battery as well. Already on 55%.
Certainly is, yeah. And Matt is also using a lot of battery as well. Wants to get past AR Gamer early. If he can. AR Gamer basically wants to hold him up as much as he can to help his teammate. His teammate does not seem to get the memo though, and is not helping AR Gamer by giving him DRS. But there's going to be a couple of laps before DRS is enabled. And Matt all over the back of AR Gamer here. He's looking at the inside, and this is the battle to watch at the moment. And we've got a car going wide there in the background. Is an Alfa Romeo. Basco and Gracie just doing well in the Alfa Romeos as it stands. 7th and 8th at the moment. Heat in P6 is not doing too bad either. And Joel has managed to get things together and is now, we've got a nice little train here from P2 to P7. Samim with another fastest lap, 21.5, looking absolutely rapid so far in Albert Park and looking good for the win. But it is his first stint so far. His teammate AR Gamer got pole in qualifying as well. And
oh, got silver. Oh, oh, and he spun. He was side by side with Larson. He got a little bit of contact, and we know this game with contacts is really, really harsh.
Certainly is, but I mean it's a non-contact sport. Is F1? It is definitely a non-contact sport. We've got Kyriakidis going wide and slow, and oh, Eagle Ghost in the background manages to save it out, keep it out of the wall, and no damage for him. But I think he panicked a little bit, got a bit of the willies put up him there as he came around the corner, and there was a very slow Red Bull there in front of him, and he doesn't give the position up to Silva very easily either. Silva has to drop back.
Oh, and now he's very close to Matt, by the way.
Oh, he certainly is, yes. He's
going
to go for the move. Matt is defending the inside here. Is Tonari going to get around the outside? He's looking very good for it. He does get around the outside with the hard tyres as well. Looks like those mediums are already starting to fall off. Or at least maybe Matt just made a mistake and Tonari took full advantage of that. But Tonari up into P3. And looking good for that P3 as well. He's been very consistent since the start. He got a good start. Jumped Joel and now jumps Matt as well. DRS now enabled. And that should make things a little bit easier for the overtakes. As we've got a lovely train here.
Oh, Virtue spun on the final corner.
Certainly has. It doesn't look like he's got any damage. He's back going again. And yeah, let's see if we won't have DRS for that first two straights. They are the same detection zone. So no DRS until after the chicane. And it looks like AR Gamer is now starting to get away from Tonari as well. He's really putting the hammer down. Samim 1.8 seconds up the road from AR Gamer as well. He's going to get the undercut, but AR Gamer is going to be on the quicker tyre for the second stint. I mean, AR Gamer is going to be hoping and praying. I mean, the medium runners now are hoping and praying for a safety car to get a free pit stop over the hard runners. Otherwise, the hard runners are looking very, very good at this stage of the race. Tonari and AR Gamer could be battling for P1 here as it stands. Tonari already within 6/10 of AR Gamer and looking good. He gets DRS. AR Gamer not getting DRS from his teammate at front. Is going to be maybe a bit of a sitting duck. Joel very close to the back of Matt. Matt seems to be struggling a little bit. Gets a wheel on the grass there. And
I think he pretty forced himself to overtake AR Gamer, so he used the tires a lot. And now yeah, he's starting to struggle, but all AR Gamer needs to do now is to pull away from Tonari, not to let him get the DRS, and then he's pretty fine. But yeah, Samimi is doing everything perfectly, you know. He did what he was supposed to do, just creating a
Wesley going for a move on Matt. He's gone for a late move there, and he doesn't get it right. And then he spins on the curve as well. Maybe should have waited and been a bit more patient there. And he's lost it. He's totally cooked his back tyres there as well, which is not ideal for Wesley. not a great start, but we've seen it before. Lap 11 of 29. There's a long way to go still in this race. Clapson gets past Crazy Josh. Crazy Josh has span and is in the wall. And there's a Royal a Red Bull in the wall as well as Kyriakidis. In the wall as well. He's lost his entire front wing. We have a full, of course, yellow. It is a VSC. I think I'll just stay a VSC because nobody is actually DNF'd. That is for Kyriakidis hitting the wall. And
also Wamsky back to the points. So he's doing great.
He's also on those hards still as well, which should be the quicker tyre. He's back into the points there. He did pit after the second lap or so. And after the first safety car, and we have a VSC now at the moment, and Tenari wants to make sure that he does not leave that gap there. AR Gamer is already...
Samim is spitting now.
He certainly is, yeah. So off those mediums and onto the hards for the remainder of the stint.
Matt Chol.
All the medium runners are doing that now. Yeah. They're coming in, and the further back down the grid you are, the less this is going to be helpful for you, because we're going to have a VSC. It's a VSC only, so it could go green at any moment. But these guys are all taking advantage. We've got a flurry of activity in the pits. And DRS is now enabled. We are back to green flag racing. And it's a huge gap now between P1 and P3. Larson up into P3 did not pit from his mediums under the VSC. He's probably missed the trick, but he maybe would have been caught under the double stack there. But I tell you, he would have been a big gap there between the two of them at the time. So I think he could have probably gotten away with that. And that may have been his way back into the race. As it stands, AR Gamer and Tenari looking for a safety car at some stage in the next 5 laps. Tenari, our GOAT, says McKenda in the chat. And yeah, we're back up to green flag racing, and Tenari all over the back of AR Gamer. And these guys are the only two racing on track at the moment. We've got Wesley all over the back of Basco. He's back up to P10 after his little off-track excursion. It's disappeared again already, so I'm not sure what that was about. But I get the feeling Wesley's probably going to go for the move here in the second DRS, the third DRS straight, I should say. He's right on the back of Basco as it stands, and gets a good exit here out of this corner, and he should be able to go up the inside. He's going to use all of his ERS. He's got no ERS left. He's got DRS, but not enough. Very tricky, very, very hard to overtake here at Albert Park. Pushing Basco around the track at the moment. Tenari gets a 3-second time penalty. That is going to be crucial if AR Gamer can keep things clean. And that is the first penalty. I'm very surprised to see that so late in the day. 13 laps in for the first penalty. Obviously, Wesley had a penalty, but it was for touching somebody else. He's going to go down the inside now into turn 1. And it looks like he's got that move done cleanly. Basco trying for the switch back. Doesn't seem to be able to get it done. He's going to have no DRS for the next one, though. Wesley gets a DRS for the next straight to allow him to pull away. And that's where you want to make the move, really. You want to make the move in that first DRS straight down the pit straight. And Wesley gets a clean overtake.
Sure, I was thinking that I'm pretty sure that AR and Tenari are going to pit soon, because as you can see, Samin got the advantage of the VSC, as now the gap will be like 13 seconds to the leader. So basically when AR Gamer pits, Samin will be like 10 seconds ahead, maybe. So in its and he got 3-second penalty.
Certainly did. Yeah, these guys are racing each other hard and forcing each other into mistakes. Tenari forces him into the penalty, but I imagine we're going to see more penalties as time goes on. It's very easy to pick the penalties up at this track, and I imagine that is not the last of them. Basco on the back of Wesley. Wesley with no ERS either. Basco has 74%. Should get this move back with ease down the pit straight. Already very close. Samim with the fastest lap again. He's proving rapid in the races, Samim. Very, very quick at the moment. He gets a fastest lap as well with a 21.3, so he's in the mix as well. Basco all over the back of Wesley now, though. He's going to defend and then go back to his line and then leave the door open on the inside for Basco. I'm not sure if that's legal. That was a one move to defend, one move to go back to his line. I don't know if that's legal. Basco is going to go for the outside now, down into turn 3. Is this good enough? He's going to get a bit of contact there, but he gets the move done. Gets the move done, does Basco. And he's still got a lot of ERS. And now Wesley has Eagle Ghost to contend with, who also has a lot of ERS as well. Wesley, damage, you say? Don't know. He's still. Oh, that's heat off. That is a McLaren off and in the wall, and he has lost his entire front wing. That is not good for him. He was doing so well as well. It's back to the drawing board for heat.
And Joey 3-second penalty as well.
Certainly is, yeah. We're
So
going to
yeah,
see them
not
coming
bad.
in.
This is showing
Samim
up.
going for the move up the inside in turn. What turn is that? Turn 11 now it is, and gets that move done on Sensei Wamu. He has the fresher tyres over Wamu. You'd expect him to get that done. He's been very rapid as well compared to Wamu this race so far. So Samim is up to P4 and looking good for the race win as it stands at the moment. But we still have time to go, and if there's a right time safety car, then AR Gamer and Tonari could be sitting very pretty indeed. But Larson as well, 12 laps on those mediums. He's maybe got another couple of laps in them, as he did a couple of laps, fair few laps under the safety car on those tyres. But he's 10 seconds off the front there, and then he's 4 seconds, he's 2 seconds behind is Samim as well. So things have not gone his way. Obviously, he had that spin in the first lap, but he's got a recovery on. As Crazy Josh gets
Yes.
past Heat in the pits.
Just look at Samim. He's driving, and you can see he's really comfortable. What everything he's doing, he has everything under control. You know, he's just so far he's been doing just perfect everything.
Yeah. Looks like other than Tonari and AR Gamer, we've got one of the battle on track at the moment, which is Matt and Joel. Matt obviously with that penalty, he doesn't care about that at this stage though. He wants to get past and create a gap to Matt. Matt currently in P6. Doing well after not maybe his greatest qualifying session ever. He maybe lost a bit of time, but Silver gets a 3-second time penalty. We're going to see them coming in thick and fast now, starting to get to that stage. And I imagine a few people will probably end up on 6 or 9 seconds worth of penalties. Tonari, though, happy to stay behind AR Gamer. Doesn't want to make the move as of yet. He's not using all of his ERS. AR Gamer also sitting pretty on 67%.
Joel.
Joel's retired. And where is that? That
Last
is...
corner. Wait, where did... That was
Where is
pretty
it?
far away. What happened?
Oh, yeah. I imagine that's... he's gone a bit wide there at the exit and spun into the wall. So that is another DNF, and it's another safety car as well. We have a full course safety car, and that is perfect timing for the hard runners. So
Yes,
Sensei, Wamu,
good,
AR Gamer, and Tonari are all going to dive into the pits now. Crazy Josh dives into the pits as well, comes off his hards as well. And that is bad news for Joel. And drivers struggling here in Albert Park. It's a tricky track. Very easy to lose it and spin and die. And I know this for a fact because last season, Tier 1 race, I lost it and died. I lost it 3 times in the first 4 laps or something like that. Got lapped and then tried to stay out under the safety car to unlap myself and
so
bit under the safety car.
You want redemption tomorrow?
Probably going to happen. The exact same thing's probably going to happen, to be honest.
But yeah, I wonder what happened to Joel because it looked pretty far from the last corner. So
sometimes if you hit that exit curb on that final corner just a bit wrong or bang into the wall there, it can really unsettle the car, and the momentum of the car will just carry it down. You will crash a lot earlier on that straight, but the momentum will carry it down. But AR Gamer and Tonari both pit. Larson obviously pits as well. Will Samim be able to inherit the lead? It does not look like he will. He won't inherit the lead. That has gone wrong for Samim. He is now behind Tonari and AR Gamer on slower tyres for the rest of the race. They have got penalties, but I imagine Samim's probably not far from a penalty himself. But that has not gone Samim's way. Samim, who's been absolutely rapid all race so far, the safety car has maybe ruined his race a little bit, and it's come in perfect timing for Tonari and AR Gamer. You've got to say Larson managed to recover very well with that safety car as well. He's now on mediums in P5 in a very good spot. So is Sensei Wamu as well in a very good spot on fresh mediums. Basco fresh mediums as well. Kiriakidis 5 laps old, his mediums. I don't think they're going to go to the end. He needs another safety car.
Mentioning our one skill, been a while since the last time he has raced, and now he's up to P6, and maybe he ain't getting many overtakes, but he just being consistent, clean, and that's what you need to do on a championship.
Certainly is, yeah. We're going to find as well in a 14 race season like we're having this time, it's a little bit longer than the last one, and but in the last one we did find out as well that any DNFs and things like that kind of thing can really hamper your championship hopes, because that is 0 points while your rivals are all getting points as well. At the moment, Aston Martin are looking very good to take home a very good point haul this race. And other than that, there's nobody else really challenging Aston Martin as it stands.
So Larson did a very good recovery considering his start. It was pretty terrible.
Yeah, He's in a good
now
position at the
is
moment.
yeah.
He's got the chance to attack these guys in front of him on the hards. But those hards, they're not going to get any worse, let's put it that way. But the mediums are going to be great until the end now. We've only got 12 laps, well, 11 laps after this lap of racing left. And the mediums are going to be rapid for that entire time. They're pretty much not going to fall off till they get to like 10 laps, 11 laps or so. So these medium runners, anybody on fresh mediums now, is sitting very, very pretty. And you've got to think Wesley, Eagles, Lepson, Grazy Joss, Heath there, all Heath especially is down in P13 after his crash. Has a lot of work to do, but he can still recover and get good points here, especially after a restart. People are tight, close together, and another safety car, and things could be up in the air. I mean, if there is another safety car, I doubt AR Gamer and all the people on mediums will pit, but I imagine that Samim and Matt might pit. But track position, very strong here. So maybe they won't.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll stay out on the hards. But
yeah,
to see.
and Samim and Matt have been put in a very difficult situation right now because they are on hard 6 laps all hards against all people with fresh mediums, which Samim and Matt haven't pitted because of track position, but it's gonna be really, really hard for them. Samim now needs to recover again. And for him, so far it's been for him a great race. Just being comfortably the leader of the race.
I think AR Gamer will be telling Samim to attack, and you'll want to put Tonari under pressure, make him make mistakes, try and lock up the inside, try and force him offline in order to give AR Gamer the win. But we're going to have a safety car in this lap. And,
yeah, I don't think AR really hopes that Samim is going to overtake so easily Tonari, They are very good teammates, but of course AR wants to win this race, so
Certainly will, yeah. I mean, an early win in the championship will set a marker, but Aston Martin looking very good for the constructors as it stands. Mercedes seem to be their biggest rivalry at the moment, and obviously Joel DNFing today, but there's again gets a bit of a wheel spin there as he tries to heat his tyres up. He looks to his so he's gone very early as well. He's gone already. And looks to have got the jump on Tonari. Tonari not gaining time, but it's a clean restart. And looks like Sensei Wamu already looking very close to the back of the Mercedes.
Eagle spun.
Eagle goes to spun under the restart, and Silva has maybe gone with him as well. Yellow flags at the back there, but nothing doing at the front. Looks like Sensei Wamu is pressuring Larson there, but unable to get the move done. And too tight. Oh, he's alongside there as he comes out. Silva has retired. Looks like he's done so in the pits. And so that won't cause any problems. I think it's in the pits. I'm pretty sure it looks like it's in the pits. Anyway, but gap already from the medium runners at the front to the hard runners behind. That's going to create a problem there for AR Gamer because he wants Samim to challenge Tonari. Tonari in with a good chance of winning this race still. Larson will want to get past these two hard runners as quick as he can. But Matt needs to stay within DRS of Samim in order to defend that position. They all need to avoid penalties like the plague as well. If you can keep a clean race here, you should do very well. Got a yellow flag there, and it looks like Wesley is off.
Oh, Wesley is
certainly is. He's spun in the fast chicane there, and looks like he's going to need a safety car now to get back into it again. Is Wesley, but he's on the mediums. He's on the quickest tyre till the end of the race. He can hopefully keep things together. Wamu all over the back of Larson still, 2 or 3 tenths behind. Fastest laps coming in for both.
But yeah, you can see Samim as he's already abusing of battery. He's already less of half battery, 43% right now. Again, AR with 95%. So it's gonna be a very difficult situation for him and for Matt as well.
AR Gamer doing very well with his ERS management at the moment, but Tonari at the moment down at 76%, so he's trying to put the pressure on, but maybe he wants to wait a little while until DRS becomes activated. I mean, he's going to be able to recover more ERS than AR Gamer, but AR Gamer seems to be gapping him, even though Tonari is using his ERS. AR Gamer is creating that gap. And 1.9 now the gap between Matt and Samim as well. So
we've got Wamsky by the way, very close to Larson. Not even 2 tenths. We're a little bit wide here, but it's gonna be interesting also this fight with Wamsky. And Lepson, meanwhile, 3 seconds penalty.
Certainly is,
for
yeah. I think
track
we're going to need
limits.
DRS to see the moves get done, though, because everybody's on pretty good tyres. Larson on the mediums is unable to get the move done on Matt, but he probably is just waiting for the DRS to make sure he makes the move cleanly. It's very difficult to make the move, even with DRS. So imagine tyres advantage is maybe half a tenth. So AR Gamer gets the fastest lap there with a 20.2. And he's created a gap to Tonari as well. DRS gets enabled.
Yeah,
But
it's already on 3 seconds gap to Samim, AR Gamer. So right now is first.
Certainly is, yeah. And Samim currently P2, but the gap is increasing between him and Tonari. So imagine Tonari is going to be able to create that gap. We've got 8 laps remaining here at Albert Park, and it's still all to play for. Lepson gets past Heat, and they are still side by side. Fantastic racing here as to come through this tricky sector. Very, very tight. Pushes him wide, does Heat, and forces him off the track there. And then Grazy Joss says, thank you very much, I'll have that. He gets himself a 3-second time penalty, which is not ideal for him. Lepson will be foaming in that thing there. As Lepson, Wamu gets past Larson in the
P5.
end. Managed to get himself up to P5 and now has a chance to... he's lost it! And he's spun off in the fast chicane. Not sure how he's managed that, but he just lost control of the back end there. It's all gone wrong for Wamu. That's very unfortunate. We've cursed the man, and I apologise wholeheartedly for that. Basco now up to P6 is having a very good race. Let's see if we can curse him now. Larson up to P5 has managed to recover very well, and has now the opportunity to have a good attack on Matt now. As AR Gamer sets another fastest lap at 20 flat. He is absolutely flying and looks untouchable at the moment. Tonari is unable to respond here at the moment.
I think AR just setting quality laps, lap by lap. You can see how much he's pushing, but also he's managing to get, to recover fuel battery. You can see 41%, and he's very comfortable with the car. And also Tonari needs to create a gap, which is...
He's almost done it. He's going to get that gap. I think he's going to hold on to P2 here is Tonari. But it looks like AR Gamer has his number in terms of pace. Larson now on Matt, though. Is he going to be able to get the move done in the next lap? He's not being able to close up within half a second so far. And if he doesn't do it sooner or later, Basco is going to start sniffing up his backside and maybe pressure him into a mistake as well. Kiriakidis, 10 laps now on those mediums. Is he going to be able to get those mediums to the end? I highly doubt it.
I'll be higher, but not impossible.
Ocean
like
say,
now,
sorry.
Now the car with less fuel should be better also on tire wear, so
better, but it's better, but it's not a miracle kind of situation. I don't think you can get. I mean, how many laps have we got left now? 23, so 6, 7 laps, 17 laps on the mediums. That's going to be a tall order, I think. He maybe needs a safety car to make those last, essentially. But Samima and Matt are doing well at the moment to hold on with those hards. Larson really needs to get a shift on and get that overtake done. He needs to start piling the pressure on to Matt and get that done, because he could conceivably get Samim as well. And Matt will defend this for his life if he can, but I mean, with those slower tyres, may not be able to do it. And he hasn't got much life left in those tyres. We saw earlier on Matt was maybe a bit slower than the hard runners after 8 to 10 laps or so. So he needs to kind of put the hammer down, get things going. Chief says in the Zombie trained AR Gamer for this moment. I certainly did. In Nana Tier last season, final lap or so, I had AR Gamer all over the back of me for many laps, and I didn't use any ERS. And he kept using his to try and catch up and make the overtake, and then when it came time for him to actually make the overtake, he couldn't do it because I had too much ERS to defend with. Larson now is within 4/10 as he comes around the final corner. It looks like it's too far though for the time being. He has DRS, he has ERS, but unable to make the move. He's got 68-70% though. I mean, we don't get why he's not pushing hard and making this move. He's looking to maybe wait for Matt to run out of ERS before he goes for it. Matt is very low, 20-odd% or so.
Yeah, 24%, yeah.
And Basco as well is just hope. Basco can't go anywhere. Basco can't do anything until Larson does something. So Larson needs to get a move on. He gets another penalty as well. I think that's the second, is it? Is that 6 seconds?
Might be.
It certainly is, yeah, it certainly is. So we'll keep that up on the screen now. There's penalty situations, so everybody knows what's going on there. AR Gamer, though, is absolutely flying. Eagle Ghost, one corner ahead of him, is about to get lapped at some point.
To be honest, like if I were Larson, I would just try to overtake Matt and gain, create a gap to him, and maybe also trying to catch Samim to get overtake at the last, because there are 12 laps all mediums. Old hard, sorry.
Oh, Crazy Josh and Heat are battling each other. It looks like Heat is off the track again. It's gone from bad to worse for Heat. He's
also Wamsky back.
Tyres as well.
Yeah, back to points.
And he's going to lose his position to Wamu as well, who's back in the points, which is great news. Larson must go for the move now. He's got 80% ERS, and he's right up the backside of Matt, and he is not deploying his ERS. Why are you not deploying your ERS, Larson? Make the move. Make that move. Send it, boy. Do it. Do it.
But, yeah,
now he's boosting.
Mount.
Now he's boosting. He sees the flashing light on the car in front, but he's done it in the wrong place. He should have done it down the main straight. You've got to overtake on the main straight. You get DRS for the second straight as well if you overtake on the main straight. So he's gone for a little bit of a move there. I mean, honestly, he could just use all of his ERS here. At this sextant, just out of turns 6 and 7, he could use all of his ERS and use the ERS to overtake on this fast straight. That's not a straight. Could get it done here. He's going to boost a little bit. He's going to maybe get the draft a little bit, but it does not look like he's going to be able to get it done now. He's got no ERS, has Larson. Matt, sorry. And Larson right on the backside now. Is he going to boost now? They are both boosting. He's boosting now. He's got the DRS. Is he going to go for the inside now? Matt defends it. He's going to have to go the long way. Oh, well, Matt, that looked like a double move to me a little bit. He put it in the middle of the track, left very little space to go on the outside, but Larson just has to be more aggressive here with his overtake. He's got to come out of this final corner here and just slam the ERS down and go for it. He's got to go for it now into turn 1. Let's see what he can do now. Is he going to use it? He's not using his ERS again. Why is he not using his ERS? He's got 0 ERS in front of him. What are you doing, Larson? You're giving him a heart attack.
You're getting angry.
I am getting angry. It's not fair. He needs to make this move. Basco is absolutely livid behind him because Basco is also sitting on 70-odd% ERS, and they want to get up to Samim. They could have got to Samim had they overtaken.
You're not the only one getting angry, because also Matt, I think, is probably getting pretty frustrated or annoyed as well, because it's pretty annoying when you see driver behind that is much faster than you, but he just doesn't want to overtake you.
I mean, Matt will probably take it, to be honest. I mean, he's hanging on to the position as it stands. I mean, he's defending well. He's defending his position, but Larson is just not being aggressive enough. And it's sooner or later, Basco is going to send it on him. And Basco is going to get tired of this charade. He wants this position. I mean, honestly, though, had they got past Matt at the very beginning when they needed to, then maybe they could have caught the gap to Samim. But now, 3.5 second gap to Samim is not going to happen. We've got a yellow flag there. Looks like it is Wamu who's come off again.
Now Larson is much closer, so I think he's going to try the move now. Yeah, he's deploying the ERS.
He's deploying it now, and he's got the ERS, the DRS. Matt goes to the inside, but he still doesn't send it. You need to be more aggressive than that.
The first corner is pretty difficult to send it, so I would say here he might try a dive bomb, but it's pretty far. Let's see, maybe on the outside.
Matt is positioning his car well. You've got to say he's doing a very good job of defending it. Larson has lost it. Basco takes advantage of that. Now let's see if Basco can do what Larson couldn't. And that has gone awfully wrong for Larson there, but honestly, I've got no sympathy. You should have sent it earlier.
Yeah, but in other words, you said it's karma.
But let's see what Basco can do now, if he can get the move done on Larson, on Matt, because Matt has no ERS. Let's remember that. Basco has used quite a bit of his there, down at 46%, but Matt is completely out. So this is the battle for the ages at the moment, and he's right on the back of Matt, and he's going to go for it. He's going to go round the outside, and he gets it done. There you go. Easy as you like. First corner that he could make the overtake, he got the overtake done. He just sent it. He had the ERS, he had the speed, the overspeed. He made him defend the inside and just stuck to his line and went for the outside. So that's how you do it, Larson. I'm sorry to say. That's how you do it. I'm sorry. But Larson's still in a good position. He's still in P7. He's got Crazy just behind with a penalty, so he's not looking to lose any more positions there, and he maybe has the pace to catch up to Kyriakidis, who has very, very old medium tyres still as it stands. But lap 28 of 29, and AR Gamer has a 4-second gap now to
Yeah, and also
Tonari.
Tonari is pretty safe.
Tonari is pretty safe from Samim as well, so we've pretty much got our podium here as it stands, barring any big mistakes. Don't want to curse the guys or anything, but it has happened before. Yeah, let's see if Matt can retake this position as well. This is the battle going on.
Enough, but I don't think there's going to be any safety car.
No, he's done that in the pit. He got a 5-second penalty as he came into the pit and DNF'd in the pit.
But also, what a race so far from Basco and Kyriakidis. Kyriakidis started in P12 and now he's 6th currently, and also Basco 7th at the start and now he's 4th.
I mean, Kyriakidis getting these tyres to the end. I'm looking at his back tyres at the moment, and they are looking very, very worn. You can see the blisters, well, you can't see it there because of the way the graphics work on the game, but his tyres are probably done for. You can see it just about there, but his back tyres will be absolutely screaming. Sensei Wama goes for softs, maybe goes for the fastest lap here, and I'm not sure if he can do that in the last lap because he won't have, it'll be his out lap that he's doing it on. If he's lapped, he won't be able to get the time in, so I don't think that's going to work out. But AR Gamer has kept his cool. He got the strategy right. He got the safety car at the right time, and he's now coming around the circuit for the last time, and will win the opener by the looks of things. I'm trying my best to curse the man, but yeah, why wasn't Vinge allowed in the tier 2? I'm not sure. Why wasn't Vinge allowed? I don't know. It's possibly that there was just too many seats taken already. But yeah, Matt is still on the back of Basco, but I do not think he's got enough there. I have to say, Kyriakidis has done extremely well to get those mediums all the way
Larson,
to the end.
Is he going to try now to overtake Kyriakidis? Because now he can wait. He can afford to wait. So let's see. Is he going to try them?
Matt gets a 3-second time penalty as well, so that's P5 in solidified for him. He will not be able to get past Basco. Basco's done very well, you have to say, to do there. Larson here as well. No, doesn't go for it, doesn't send it, but he's right up the backside.
Oh, and by the way, AR Gamer won the race. We completely missed it.
It was a foregone conclusion, really, at the same time, and we were going to look at the battles that are actually going on. And Larson still unable to get past the man in front, Kyriakidis. He's got DRS to the line, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it done. He's not. It's a very tight finish there, but Kyriakidis comes in P6, Larson P7, Basco P4, Matt P5. It's a very good race in the end, there at the end kind of thing, but I have to say I got overly frustrated there with Larson not being able to make the move. He was just too cautious there, you've got to say. Driver of the day then, I think I've got to go with Kyriakidis personally. Getting those mediums till the end, and he did a good job of defending against Larson there in the end as well. But getting those mediums till the end was a great job, and he was dead in the water at one point after he spun a couple of times in the early stints, but manages to recover back to P6. So driver of the day goes to Kyriakidis. He also gained the most positions in the race as well, with 6, along with Lepson, Virtua, and Sensei Wamu. Sensei Wamu had a very unfortunate one. He really could have ended up in the P4, P5 range had he not had that spin in the fast chicane. But it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's a very good race from Basco as well. 4th, not bad for his first race of this season.
I don't think it's his first race with SLR. I think he's been with us
for this season.
The driver of the day as well. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Going 17, 18 laps on the mediums is no easy feat. And he didn't get a puncture just out of pure luck. I imagine he probably was over 75% on his tyres. But that is the first race of the season done and dusted, and AR Gamer has walked away with it. And you've got to say, though, Samim will be sorely disappointed with that safety car timing. He was the man that was really had the pace to win this race, but that safety car really put a spanner in his works.
Sammy was looking forward to winning this race. Really, he was doing everything perfect, but he just got some unlucky, to be honest. Just unfortunate, but he will be back for next races. It's pretty long season, at the 13 races, so
certainly will. Yeah, and it's P3's not a thing to be sniffed at. Aston Martin take a commanding lead straight off the bat in the Constructors' Championship, but I think Alfa Romeo is going to be a contender here for the constructors. Basco has done very well there, P7 to P4, a great race from him, but P6.
Yeah,
Kyriakides,
and also
fantastic
on
race from
chat
him.
you just said, I can't wait for your gamer's victory speech.
Certainly me neither, to be honest, either. But there is the standings. We've had a number of DNFs today, and a couple of those, I think that's Heat and Silver, both did it in the pits as well. Joel would be sorely disappointed that he damaged himself, took himself out of the running. He was definitely had the pace to carry on. Tipsy Bob out the first lap, not the way he wanted things to go either. Started at the back so that he avoided the carnage, and then ended up in the carnage anyway. So did not go his way today. But we shall move on to the interviews, and let's see who we have in the interview channel to interview. Nobody! Get in the interview channel, boys. What's going on?
Can I get an interview?
What is going on? But yeah, what a fantastic race. We've had several safety cars. How many safety cars we had? 3 and 1 VSC? I think it was,
no,
4
I
and 1
think it was
VSC.
2 VSC. No, it was 2 VSC.
So yeah, lots of safety cars going on there. And
yeah, it was very interesting race, very entertaining. Didn't expect it, but yeah, we got pretty lot of fights, to be honest. Also, worth to mention the crash that Tunari got on qualifying. That was pretty fun, to be honest.
Certainly was. Yeah, I don't think it would have made much of a difference because obviously the race pace over the course of 29 laps, you would end up where you end up anyway. I think by the looks of general chat, it looks as though AR Gamer spotted a mistake from Tunari. Tunari got a bit wobbly maybe, and then that was the case. AR Gamer saw that and then just disappeared. But we have AR Gamer in the interview channel. We are going to drag him straight in for the interview as we finally got somebody there. Thank you for turning up there, AR Gamer. But first race of the season, first win of the season, and you've got to be very, very thankful for whoever caused that safety car that allowed you to win that race. I believe it was Joel.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was going to be opposite. It's going to be a benefit to the medium runners at the 2 safety cut at the start. I don't know how it came about, and I just got the advantage on the last safety car. I don't know. First of all, quality was amazing.
Yeah, it certainly was.
I don't
What was it? 17 flat. I think you did. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Man.
Also, we've seen some kind of teamwork between you and Samim on qualifying.
Yeah, I think he wanted to give me the slipstream at my second lap. I said no because I don't want to get confused and miss my breaking point or stuff like that. But it helped me 10th, I think. But
So
the last, yeah.
So are you saying that it compromised your qualifying session?
No, it's actually helped me now. I got chicane right, thankfully.
Yeah.
But I was so nervous before it because chicane is you don't know how to take it because there's many ways to take it and they're all the same speed. So I just got too nervous. But the last one, I think it was my PB for short quali. So setting my PB in the league race it's amazing feeling, and the race was exciting also.
Yeah, and how Samim was when he saw the safety car, which basically you could say ruined his race.
Yeah.
How was he feeling?
Yeah, Samim, well, first of all, I think he decided to split the strategies. He go medium and I go hard, and I think turn 2 or 3 I let him go because he had better pace on in the race better than me in the practice. So I let him go, and he just gunned it and he just pulled away. But yeah, the safety car absolutely ruined his strategy. It's kind of roll the dice. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But I think if there's no safety car, he would he'd 100% win the race. He had the base to do it, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, he was right behind you guys when you guys came out of the pits under that final safety car, and he got a perfect safety car as well. He got a VSC that came out at the perfect time for his pit stop as well. Obviously, a VSC isn't as good as a full safety car, but I imagine at one stage as well that you were probably really hoping that Samim sent it or tried to attack Tunari. How worried were you about Tunari? I mean, he obviously got a big gap to him in the end. But was he putting the pressure on? How difficult was it to keep him behind?
Well, first of all, like even when we pull away, like every time we pull away, we just get another safety car. It was like so frustrating because he just like all the work you just do, like it's gone. So like even with Samim when his pit stop, he just got compromised because like people were he had good pace, so he couldn't pull away. But when we pitted, like the people or the drivers were just too close to each other. But yeah, with Tonari, he had good pace. He was like right behind me. I think in practice he was faster, and I think he overtook me, and I couldn't keep up. But this time when I was ahead, I was much more confident to keep him behind, and I think I had a better sector 3 than him. I think I had good sector 3.
Yeah, you said, yeah, I was lucky at the sector, and your third sector was great. Absolutely.
Yeah. Every time, like I almost like pull away 1 second at the last corner, but he just managed to keep it in the DRS window. But yeah, I think he made a mistake 1 lap, and when I saw it, I just said, okay, I'm gonna gun it. I'm gonna put all my ERS, and and I felt like if he had no DRS, he would not be able to keep up with me because I don't know. I felt good. The last stint, I was like doing quality laps over and over and over and over. Like I was so on the limit at the last stint. I don't know. Like it was, I think, one of my best races. I could like just pull away from Tunari and pull away from Samim. My plan was actually, because I was not looking for pull away from Tunari. My plan was like to back up Tunari, so Samim would be in the warn or penalty window of Tunari, so he can get the win over us both. But I suddenly had good pace on the mediums of the last stint, so I said I'm gonna just go away and hope Samim can bridge the gap to Tunari at the end. I think he got close. I think 8 tenths or 7 tenths at the end, so it was close. But sadly, I don't know, safety car and the hearts were just not it at the last stint.
Ocean Chief says in chat that AR Gamer is buzzing. He's probably jacked up on meth.
It might be.
Certainly,
No, but yeah, really.
We've got sorry to interrupt there, but we've got Silverstone. We're going to kind of move things along a bit, but we've got Silverstone next. Fantastic track for overtaking and racing as well. How do you feel about that track, and what's your pace like there? Do you know?
I think I have a good pace. I don't know, Tunari, like I saw Tunari drive another league, not mentioned because SLR is the best, but he drove another league in Silverstone, and I think he was fast there. So I don't know, like I remember last Silverstone when Kiko was in Tier 2 when he destroyed everyone. It was not good for me. It was like a low point in my season SLR, but I don't know. I just practice, and I hope I have good pace, and I hope Samim also wins the race because he deserves it.
Pretty sure you finished out with one with the fastest lap there as well. I'm not sure, but you've taken a command and lead there of the championship there so far. And we wish you the best of luck for next week, but we're going to have to move things on because we've all got stuff to do. But thank you very much for your meth-fueled interview.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Yeah, thank you.
Should we move on to P2 then, and we'll bring Tonari in. Tonari, fantastic race in the end. You were very consistent. You got an amazing start there at the very beginning of the race. Managed to jump a couple of guys at the beginning. But in the end, just didn't have the pace to compete with AR Gamer. Talk us through your race, first of all.
Yeah, I mean, not much happened, so, I mean, yeah, the start was okay, and then we thought Samim was gonna, like, take the win because of the safety car, but we got another one at the perfect time, so then it kind of went the other way, and me and other gamer were the ones who gained. But yeah, I mean, not much happened, like, I got a penalty. It is what it is, but I couldn't just match his pace. Like he was very good. Like I mean, 0.0 in quality as well is like very good. So
yeah, it certainly is very, very rapid as well. He did that without the toe as well. He actually went faster without a toe than he did with one. But 4.5 seconds was the gap roughly in the end. So I imagine that penalty, even if he didn't have that penalty, I imagine it wouldn't have made much of a difference. But I wonder as well how much you maybe did you kind of lay off a bit after he disappeared and you lost DRS, because the guy was rapid even without ERS, and you were using your ERS to keep up. And did you give up a bit at the last 10 laps and just try and keep things smooth and calm, or were you still pushing all the way to the end?
I mean, it's always kind of like I'm trying to drive fast, but at the same time not spin. Like I'm not that confident on the game yet that I just push flat out because I will like spin 9 out of 10 times. But yeah, I mean, I stopped using ERS after a bit because yeah, the gap was already like 3 seconds, so I was not gonna win. So I just made sure that Samim doesn't get under 3 seconds to me, so that I can get second at least. So
Yeah, there was a big gap there to P3 in the end, but obviously you got very lucky with the safety car in the end, so you got to say a big thank you to Joel, I think, who caused it. But it's not to worry, really, if you haven't got the pace to kind of win the races here in Tier 2, because you have got a Tier 2 championship without winning a race at all before. So, in terms of the championship, how confident are you that you can consistently finish in those podium positions?
I mean, not that confident. Like, I've definitely improved in terms of not spinning, but it's not that good yet. But I mean, you know, I'm not saying anything yet, which is because I go one race at a time for now. Because I mean, it's anyone's game. Because you know, we can't. Yeah.
Such a political answer. I want to tell you that you're going to murder people and that you're going to win it all and fuck everybody else. You know, but never mind. Never mind. Yeah, but. P2, it's a good start to the season. Your teammate Dice wasn't here today as well, and he's been rapid in the past as well. What about the constructors? How much do you feel? How do you feel about the constructors? I mean, Aston Martin looked very strong in the early stages.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna eat my hat if Aston Martin doesn't win it. So I'm not really like bothered about the constructors at the moment because like I don't think it's really doable when they have two guys in Aston who are like top 3 consistently. It's kind of like, you know.
You need to get into the practice sessions with Dice and help him out so that you can help with the constructors, I guess.
Yeah, so like we're gonna try, of course, but I don't see it happening.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. I like that. Yeah. But anyway, next up is Silverstone. One of the greatest racing tracks of all time, in my opinion, and a very easy track to overtake out. It's opposite of this one, really, and very hard to get a safety car in as well, because obviously there was safety cars galore today. It's a lot harder to get a safety car at Silverstone with so much runoff. Are you looking forward to that race? Is it somewhere that you've enjoyed in the past?
Yeah, I actually like the track quite a lot. It's quite nice. So it should be fun, yeah, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed for you next week then. But we'll move on. We've got one more interview to do. Thank you very much for your time, number 2 Meepo fan. And best of luck next week.
Yep, see you.
Yeah, thank you. See.
So the spinning McLaren back in, no longer in a McLaren this year. I think it's now a Haas, and things went pretty well for you in that race in the end. I mean, you lost out a little bit at the start. You gained a little bit at the start, sorry, and then you lost out a bit in the middle, and then it came back to you in the end. But you did a fantastic job of defending against Larson. Tell us, how was your bum when you saw him in your rearview mirror on fresh mediums and you were on old hards? How difficult was that?
Yeah, to be honest, I was very scared, very scared, because when I saw the safety car came out, because I pitted under VSC, like whole of the field, I think. No, I think it was under VSC that people pitted for mediums.
Yeah, a lot of the medium runners went under the VSC. Yeah. Only one person didn't under the mediums, and that was Larson. And he was the guy behind you in the end. So it would have been 6 and 2 3s, one or the other. But I think Larson had already pitted for a fresh set of mediums earlier in the race anyway, because he spun lap 1. But I mean, it was tough for him to overtake. He was behind you so long, and he just couldn't send it. I mean, I imagine you were thinking at any moment he's going to send it. And he just couldn't get you.
To be honest, I was just trying to be smart because I knew the places where you could send it, and I just parked it on the apex in the middle of the track, so it could not go to the inside and nor to the outside. So I was doing this in every opportunity. Sorry, my English is broken. On every overtaking opportunities. So I was trying to do that, not move under braking, be clean, which I think quite succeed. So, but very much, I very much enjoyed that battle defending against Larson, even against his teammates. It's a shame that he crashed, but I hope to see him on the track for some more battles in the future.
Joel will definitely be back again in the future and be up there with guys as well. Once Lawson there couldn't get past you as well, it seemed to be almost a formality for Basco to get past you as well. How much was that due to the fact that you'd just given up on it and just didn't want to crash? Or was it just the fact that he just got you good? Like, he went round the outside in that turn 11, where you couldn't park it on the apex. He was already ahead. He outbraked you and everything else kind of thing. Well, how hard were you willing to defend that position, and how much was it just Basco getting a really good move done?
Yeah, actually, I knew he was gonna overtake me after the first sector because I got the information he has got 40% ERS. I was like, okay, I will try to resist, but not too much to not crash. So yeah, I was playing it safe, to be honest. I didn't want to defend too hard because he had better tires and better ERS, and that would be a shame if we both have crashed
Yeah, certainly would
in
have.
the end.
Larson ended up dropping a few positions because of that exact reason, trying to get around you and couldn't, and Span because of it. So I imagine seeing that would probably put the willies up anybody and cause them to be a bit safer. But it's a decent finish at a track that you've looked pretty decent in practice so far. We've got Silverstone next. How do you feel about that track?
I love this track. To be honest, it's one of my favorite tracks to drive on. So I'm really looking forward to it.
And so far this season, obviously we've only had the one race and it's a long season, 14 tracks to go. Well, 13 tracks to go. But so far, it looks as though Samim, AR Gamer, Tenari, they've got that little bit of an edge on you in terms of pace. Do you think that's because you just haven't turned up to your best ability of your ability today? And do you believe you've got the pace to beat or match them in the future? Because at the moment, it looks as though from today that you may be 4 or 5 tenths off.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I did not have the pace on this race, to be honest. Let's be honest. So, yeah, in other tracks, I will not train too much because I train too much. That's what cost me basically my pace and my confidence in general. But yeah, no, I don't think I will match them, to be honest. They are very, very, very strong. But I will try my best to do so.
Certainly is. And message from Ocean Chief in chat there is Matt, super Matt. Super Matt. So you've got a fan club, and yeah, hopefully you can do well in Silverstone. I'm looking forward to seeing some podiums from you this season. I imagine you've probably got the pace to do that and the chances to do that. But yeah, don't listen to yourself in terms of practice. The more practice you do, the better. You just you can kind of burn yourself out on this game a little bit though. So maybe take a day or two off rest and then get back on it. But you need to do the grind because I mean, look at the guys who are winning Tier 1 and Meepo, who's won Tier 2 last season. They did it by grinding 1,000 hours worth of game time in the game. So don't worry about practicing too much. Worry about practicing too little like I do and crashing. And Joel and Gypsy Bob and everybody else who ended up
no, that's wrong.
But yeah, best of luck next week anyway, and we'll let you go. We've got football to watch. We've got Champions League or Europa League, I think it is tonight. On. But yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
you. Thank you for commentating.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bonsoir.
No worries.
So that is it for the first race of season 11, and AR Gamer has taken the lead in the championship in commanding fashion, you have to say. 4.5 second gap is a big one, but it also shows that we're going to have a tight championship. We're going to have several drivers, maybe 5 or 6 drivers competing for the championship, and lots of action still to come. And with a slightly longer season, maybe it allows for more mistakes.
It's going to be a very good season, but also, what about you tomorrow? What are your expectations?
I expect I'm going to get lapped and die, like always.
Well, actually,
my only prediction for tomorrow is that I get lapped. Yeah, so
I've seen you in practice yesterday. You're not bad. Maybe you're gonna get points. Who knows?
I died in your practice yesterday. Like.
Well, let's not consider that. But
yeah, I'm going to do some more practice tonight and hopefully get it together. But this track is it's one of the few tracks I believe that is laser scanned in F1 2022, and I don't know if it's that causes it to be so horrible, but the curbs are absolutely nasty in this track. And honestly, I'm going to have a little. I don't want to go into a long rant about the game, but F1 22. when it first started, everybody was happy about it and things like because the handling model was so much better than last year's. But in truth, the handling model is still poop. And I really, really hope that 2023 is a whole new engine and that they've made lots of improvements and things like that. Because this will be the first time that the engine, maybe, if it gets changed for 2023, maybe it'll be 2024, but there is a new engine coming soon. And it'll be the first engine to be built under EA. So maybe they've got more money and resources to make that engine better from the start. But yeah, I have to say I'm very, very unhappy with the game state at the moment. It's just very poor the way the curbs work. It's like literally you can take the same corner the same way 100 times, and 40 times out of those 100 you'll spin off and die, and the other 60 you won't. And you've
Yeah, I
got to
agree
take
with
it
that.
that way to get the pace as well, kind of thing. So I don't really understand how the game is supposed to work that way, and how F1 cars are so unstable. Considering they're one of the most stable cars you could probably get in real racing, they are like absolutely nailed to this track because of the downforce and the way it works. Other games get it right. This one seems to just have it so wrong.
Yeah, I think you're just sandbagging because tomorrow you're gonna show your true pace. That's why.
And
Yes,
Tier 1's a
yes.
different kettle of fish. I mean, there's probably going to be at least 5 drivers getting into the 16s tomorrow.
Well,
So
just make sure you finish side of Chief for the championship.
he's my
You'll be
teammate. We're going to
fine.
be working together to
Yeah.
finish
Nah,
ahead
you,
of
nah, you,
Bob.
you need to end ahead of him.
Yeah,
I
we'll
will.
see. We're going to have a tale of 2 tiers really in Tier 1 by the looks of things. Look at the registry, the standing, the driver lineup, I should say. But there's so many quick guys there. But we've also got some guys who maybe can't compete with those alien fellows. We've got Christian making his Tier 1 debut. He was very quick in Tier 2 last season. I imagine he's going to be pretty quick now he goes up to Tier 1. But I think, yeah, it's going to be the old men at the back, really. Tipsy, Booster, Chaka, Chief, and me. And Tilda are probably going to be having our own little race. But the fact that we're there, we've got a fair few of us this time, hopefully means that I can finish out the season. Because last season it was just me and Boosted at the back, and we were never really on track together very often near each other. So it was a case of like every week I was racing around on my own in no man's land, getting lapped all of the time, and it was very frustrating. So hopefully this season goes a little bit differently. But we're going to have 2 tiers in one, essentially. Shaka is going to keep tabs on a second, like a Tier 1.5 kind of thing, where the slower guys in Tier 1 are going to have a different, 2 different leagues, really, kind of thing. So I don't know who's going to be included in that and who's not, but we'll figure it out as the season goes on. But we shall love everybody and leave them there because we don't want to chat all night. It's been a fantastic opening race. We are back tomorrow for Tier 1, where we're going to have plenty of very, very quick guys. Last season's winner, Tino, is not racing with us this season, or he doesn't have a full-time seat at the moment. But maybe he'll turn up. But we've got some very quick races here tomorrow. Hopefully less safety cars, because...
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. But goodbye from me. It's goodbye from him. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow for another race.
Yep, bye-bye.